A little bit, and then I played baseball all 4 years. I was varsity captain my senior year, and then now I'm playing college baseball. Currently, I go San Diego Christian College. Yes, I moved to San Diego. I go surfing 3 or 4 times a week. It's a little bit better than here in Tucson, but you know what? You guys got the desert around you. That's cool. Yeah. So I go San Diego Christian. Anything else? I'll tell you guys a story about one time in college. You guys are going into college and doing stuff. So my school, we used to have an older campus, and it was really small. Like we were on a big church in San Diego. We were on their campus, but we were in dorm rooms. And so what we did one night is it was the last night on this campus because we moved campuses. Now we're in a new one. But it's our last night on this campus, and all the guys were like, "Dude, let's do something crazy and weird, and let's just be legends." And so we're like, what should we do? Like we all got in my room. So last night everybody's stuff's packed up. We got boxes everywhere. And background story. So it's on the big church, and so the big church has this huge nativity scene. So you got Jesus, you got the wise men, you got the lamb, and all this stuff. They're little clay figures. And so every year someone steals the baby Jesus. But this year they know that someone's trying to steal the baby Jesus. So they have this security guard walking 24/7 around this nativity scene. And it's just a nativity scene. And so what we do is we decide to put stuff on the roof. So we're taking the beds off of out of our rooms, we're putting them on the roof, we're taking doors off of their hinges, and we're putting it on the roof. We're doing everything we possibly can. We're like, we need to steal this nativity scene. We need to go above and beyond and steal the entire thing. So what we did is one person went around the building and distracted the security guard. Like the security guard thought we were going to get in the nativity scene, but we weren't going that way. We were going this way, but he didn't know. And so we went over here, and then he went with his little golf cart. That way, we all dipped, got the nativity scene, put it on the roof, and then took it down the next morning. But that's besides that. But okay, so let me pray before we start, and then, yeah, I'm going to pray before we start. All right. God, you are good. Thank you so much for today, and thank you for giving us another day to breathe. And Lord, I just pray that you can just be here tonight and just talk to us in some way, no matter if it's through this message or through something that's going on in our lives. God, you're wonderful. Thank you. In your son's name. Amen. All right, so what I'm going to talk about tonight is I want to talk about God is permanent. Super simple, super easy. God is permanent, okay? Can you actually go to where God is eternal? Can you start with that one? Sorry, I kind of blew it on that one. All right, God is eternal. So my first point, real quick, is that God is eternal. So all you guys know that God, He kind of created the heavens and the earth. We learned that in little Sunday school in Genesis. God created the heavens and the earth. And so I'm telling you that this guy created the most beautiful things ever. He created us. He breathed us and He made us. And so God is eternal as in He was there before and He made the earth. He was there before the earth was made. He was there before we were made. He's here now, and He's going to be there way long after we're gone from this earth. Right here. Can you go to Isaiah? Thank you. All right, so I'm going to go to Isaiah and keep going.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right. Here's Isaiah 40:28. Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. Listen to this. He is the creator of the ends of the earth. So when this earth is gone, you know, you guys have the stories 2012, the earth's going to go away. God will still be there when the earth's gone, you guys. And then He also does not grow faint and weary. I don't know about you guys, but if you're God and and you heard all these, have you guys seen Bruce Almighty? Yes. Bruce Almighty. You know the part where he's sitting there and he's like, dude, this is awesome. I got a Lamborghini, I'm doing stuff on the way. And then all of a sudden he's sitting there and he gets all these prayers in his head. You know what I mean? That would suck, man. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want a bunch of voices in my head. I wouldn't want to read minds. I don't know about the crazy weird people that says they don't want that superpower, but that would be kind of weird. But God doesn't grow weary of that. He is so big and He's so eternal that He doesn't grow weary of that. And I think that's fantastic and that's amazing. To my second point, that the world isn't eternal. Okay? The world isn't eternal. And I'm going to go out of Philippians, and so that's the first verse I got you. Sorry I went all...
That's all right.
went a little weird. All right. So this right here is Paul. He's talking to the Philippians about the certain stuff that's happening on in his life. And so I'll start off with this. Though I might, this is Philippians 3, 4 through 9. It says, though I myself have a reason for confidence in the flesh also, if anyone else thinks he has reason for confidence in the flesh, I have more. Circumcised on the 8th day, of the people of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, a Hebrew of Hebrews, as the law, a Pharisee, as a zeal, a persecutor of the church, as to righteousness, under the law, blameless. You guys probably are like reading that and you're like, dude, that's a bunch of gibberish. Okay? But this is this first part is Paul, and he's talking about himself and all these things that he's accomplished. This is kind of equivalent to in today's age, where you're like, hey, I'm the captain of the football team, I'm student body president, I have a 4.0, all the girls like me or all the guys like me. It's kind of like saying like, or in a religious standpoint, you're a pastor of a huge, gigantic church. You're doing great things in God's world. But the thing is that he's talking about all these things that he does, and that he has confidence in the flesh, in himself, and the things that he's done in this world. And so that's what he's talking about in this first part. And then in the second part, he talks about, can you go to the next one? Thank you. All right. It says, but whatever gain I had, I counted it as loss for sake of Christ. So he says, for whatever I've done, whatever I did in the flesh, like I was the captain of the football team, I count it all as loss. That doesn't even matter to me. He says, I was the pastor of a gigantic church. Count that all as loss. It doesn't matter to me. Because of the sake of Christ. I'm not saying that being a pastor at a huge church is demoting Christ whatsoever. That's fantastic. That's great. But if you think of yourself doing it, it's bad. Okay. Indeed, I count everything as loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ Jesus my Lord. For his sake, I have suffered the loss of all things and count them as rubbish. He counts everything as rubbish. He counts everything as crap, booty. He doesn't like that stuff. And so he says, in order that I may gain Christ and be found in him, not having, I like this verse 9. Yes, I like this verse 9. It says, and be found in him, not having righteousness of my own that comes from the law, but in which comes through faith in Christ, the righteousness from God that depends on faith. All right. Let me tell you guys a little story about me and how this refers to the world isn't eternal. So oftentimes we think that what we have in our life is going to be there forever, it's going to be permanent, and it's something that we want and we're going to have. So my mom, she never wanted me to play football when I was growing up, but I wanted football. I love football. I don't know about you guys, but I love racing around and stuff like that. And so when I was in 7th grade, I started playing football. And I wasn't very good at it when I first started playing. I was kind of that kid that everyone picked on. And I would get hit a lot. They called me the hitting dummy. I don't know what that means, but that's what I was. And so I got hit a lot and stuff like that. And I kept through it. I remember one day we were going through, it's called Hell Week. And when we go through it, and so what you do is you just run for like a week straight. And I remember in 7th grade, I went to my dad and I was like, Dad, don't want to play football. I don't want to do it. My dad definitely saw the love that I have for football when I would watch it, or if I would play like a flag football game. He's like, son, you gotta put your big boy pants on, you gotta go do it. And so I went and did it. I started playing football, I did it a lot, and then I go into I go into high school and I start playing again. Still don't play that much. But the thing is what I had that other people didn't is I remember the plays. And you know those big football jock guys. They're just big, man. They're not smart. But, so I remember the plays. All the football dumb guys ended up getting Fs, so they couldn't play. So I got the opportunity to play, and I ended up putting myself into football. And I started playing, and I started succeeding, actually, which I didn't think I was, because I was 5'10", 150 pounds, and I was playing lineman, and I started succeeding. That's really small. None of you guys know. But, and then I go into my sophomore year, and I was like, dude, I'm going to do so good. I ended up actually doing really good. I was 160 pounds. I was 6 foot tall. And I ended up, at the end of the season, I played varsity football as an outside linebacker. And because I just stuck with it and I had it. And from that point on, football was like, I played baseball and I loved that. But like football, I put my identity in football. So it comes to my junior year, and I was thinking about colleges, and I was thinking about, hey, I'm gonna go play football somewhere. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to play football. And so it comes to my junior year, and it's our second day in pads. You guys, second day in pads. I don't know, does anyone here play football? Do you play football? Football? Have you ever gotten a stinger before?
Wait, what?
Do you know what a stinger is? You know what? Okay, so stinger, I'll explain it to you guys. A stinger is where you hit someone, and like, you hit them like with the left, I always hit them like right here, but you hit them, and then your whole body goes numb, you just walk off the field like this, and your coach is just like, okay, you stand off for like 3 plays, and you get back up. And so that's what happened to me, and it's a normal football thing, you know, but it doesn't happen that often. So I got a stinger, I sit out, but I'm like that guy that's like, it still hurts, I'm still going in. So I went in, I still had the stinger, my arm was kind of numb, I got it again.